So we got a new versus battle tonight with Chainz versus Rick Ross. When this pairing was when this was announced, I didn't think this was like a real equal pairing. It seemed kind of odd. That's not who I would have matched up Rick Ross with. Off top, I would have said someone of the catalog of maybe a T.I. I know a lot of people say Jeezy. I can't see Jeezy's 20. Like I get why, but I don't see Jeezy's 20 matching up with Rick Ross's 20. Like Rick Ross, man. Listen, he has a monster hit list. Like there's not a lot of people that can compete with Rick Ross's catalog in a battle of 20. I mean, he's got some. Listen, he's got some of the best. This has already been explained. He has some of the best ears for beats of this generation, of any generation. Damn that. Seriously. Understand what I'm about to say, right? I'm not saying he's better than Nas. Let's make sure we're clear on this, okay? There's obviously there's levels, but if you put Nas 20 against Rick Ross 20, just saying, man, it might not be pretty. Like Nas is gonna have to pull out a lot of features. So, but Rick Ross, his features, man, like his bag is deep. But with that being said about 2 Chainz, having gone back and done some research, he has 6 songs that are going to win, I think, no matter what. Mercy should win. Ali Boombaye should win if he plays it early. That might be just my own personal favorite. That's one of my personal favorite songs. So I might be biased on that one. 100 Racks. If he plays that early, depending on what Ross plays, he can win that round. He can sneak out that round. Effing Problems is gonna win no matter what. Bands is gonna win no matter what. Let me pull out. I'm having brain cramp here. I said Mercy already. Upper Echelon could win a round. 3500 could win a round. All Me could win a round. So You Guess the Remix could win a round just because of, what else is there? The song with I'm having a brain cramp. Who else is there? There's somebody else. There's another song I can't think off the top of my head. But all that to say is it's going to be fun. Like I think Ross is going to wash him from a competitive standpoint. But to me, this seems like I'm thinking that they got together, prior to today, and kind of put together a performance set so that it plays well this evening. I think tonight is one of those nights where you'll see 2 Chainz streaming numbers shoot up this weekend, because a lot of people he's not really appreciated, I don't think, as much as he should be. So his streaming numbers gonna go up. I think Shazam clicks are gonna go up. Like, oh, I like that song. What is this? Because I don't think 2 Chainz gets the credit that he deserves for his catalog. Hopefully Luda allows him, if he plays Duffel Bag Boy, if Luda, I don't know how that works. I don't even know Luda has anything to do with that. But if he plays that, he's going to win that round no matter what Ross plays, just because. So it's not going to be a complete wash. It ain't going to be like 18-2. I don't even think it's going to be 15-5. I think he has a solid 7-8 that can and make it interesting. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, we're gonna look at a clip from the Joe Budden podcast and see what they think. The official 2 Chainz Rick Ross preview. My name is Jeff. Welcome to more reactions. Let's get started.
We have a new versus that has been announced, and that is Rick Ross versus 2 Chainz.
Yep. This is the High Rollers edition, Joe. I don't know if you know that. This is the High Rollers edition of
Is that
versus.
so?
Yes, the High Rollers only.
Oh. I don't know if I'm
I
invited
don't
then.
think I can watch this then.
Yeah, everybody can watch this one.
I'm a low roller.
Yeah.
I will say though, after hearing all these records, I will feel rather poor
Yeah.
with this lyrical
A
content.
lot of rich
so
rap.
I do
This is
understand
rich
the
rap.
name.
This is fly rich rap.
See, I was expecting you to say something like that. But you wasn't saying it. You were saying a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, well, we're gonna get to that. I didn't want to just lead with that. Let's start with the high roller edition.
She doesn't want to jump into
Look how
that.
Joe starts snitching. Yo, you ain't say that
No,
off,
not to
Mike.
jump
You know
into
what I'm
the
saying?
head.
Yeah, don't jump.
Bro, anytime I watch Joe Budden podcast, I'm gonna start calling Parks Nanny from Muffet Babies.
Ross versus Chainz. Who you got? Who you got? Who you
You
got?
always
Come on,
see
we
his
know who you
hands and
got. You can
arms
save your breath.
and
Parks,
hear
who
his
you got?
voice, but you never see his
Rory, who you
face.
got?
No, you weren't gonna pressure me. I
my
was gonna get
man,
into this. I think it's a
he's
very
out here
unfair
nannying.
matchup and a stupid matchup.
I agree.
This wasn't the one we
I
wanted.
might have dated myself a Muffet Baby.
wanted
I think
Ross
this is
Jeezy.
going to be a lopsided battle, and that's no disrespect to Chainz at all. That is just where Ross is in his career and how long he's been around and the hits that he has.
Love Chainz. Love Chainz.
But this
I
should
thought
not happen.
All right, let me chime in. I thought about that argument too. The whole generation thing. The whole one's been around longer than the other. We do. When are you starting 2 Chainz'
Yeah, I was
career?
gonna say actually that might not be.
Yeah,
that
it's
true.
the
He had a
same
hit with
time
Player
frame.
Circle,
Yeah.
for sure.
Probably
I think
about
they'll
the
only
same
be
time
one. The Wayne record would be the only one he would play in this, which is a big record.
So where are you starting Chainz' career? Is all I'm saying. Yes, he blossomed later on as a soloist, but they both were out at the same time.
Okay, well, let me
Yeah.
put it this way. One was more active in the hit category that you would put in a versus battle longer than the other one.
And one had some contractual
For sure.
problems that he
But
had
that's
to
not
get
what-
out
that's
of,
not what
which is
Versus is
probably
about.
why we'll never see Ludacris versus 2 Chainz. But we don't need to discuss that.
Right.
One had issues that one didn't. One thrived early. One had to
Understand.
rebrand himself.
Which is amazing. That's just not what versus is about. We're not going to start the battle with, all right, well, he went through this contractual shit with Def Jam, and this artist didn't. So
Y'all let-
now we're
let
gonna
me know in the comments
skew
if
the
y'all
vote.
think
He's
I-
up 3. Like, we're not going to
think
give
Roy
him
is
points
right.
since Vegas.
Again,
It doesn't matter.
coming in,
We're
I
talking
said
about
the same
versus
thing.
20
Like
records
Ross
versus
is
20
gonna
records.
wash
And you
him.
don't think that 2 Chainz?
But again, I don't think
belongs
they're
in
gonna
the
set it
same
up that way. I think it's gonna be
category
more of a
In
collaboration
20
type deal
records
to make
in
it
a versus battle,
a
I do not know.
so it presents well.
it.
What do you think the score will be roughly?
Chainz will get 3 records.
Woo,
Oof.
that's tough.
I wasn't going to go that far. I was going to say 6.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards Mom.
Three is
with
crazy.
that.
I've been wrong.
Warrior
I've been wrong, and I've come on here and apologized afterward for how
Yeah, no,
wrong I
that's-
was.
I'm leaning towards
You
I got.
have it being 7.
I rattled him off. Who I think is gonna win with Ross.
Listen, that's not it. It sounds bad, but if we talking about 20 joints, I'm not mad at other people.
No, listen.
Him saying that, I think other people would
Mercy's
say
a
that
big
too.
record. Birthday was a
Ross
big
is a
record.
monster, man. Like I
Chainz
think
has a lot of
sometimes people don't
features
really.
that's-
Humanity is a
records.
big record.
Get
The
that.
vibe is great.
Features he'll do
No
well
lie,
on.
no lie is great.
No Lie was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just think that Ross
You
has
guys
a record
do realize
that
Ross
beats
has
that.
features as well.
Oh, Mercy, Birthday.
Ross has a lot of good features too.
Yeah, and
I'm
that's-
curious to see the 20 that Ross comes up with between his catalog and his features.
Yeah.
That's what I'm extremely curious to see.
I think that the way they're doing it now is I think they're gonna get together and
I'm
sure.
compile a set.
I agree.
I
with
hope
you, Mo.
so.
I think that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Like, this is no longer a battle. This is
Yeah,
just like, let's
this
just
whole
play
thing is
20
turned more
joints,
into a
that's just dope.
celebration than a
Yeah,
battle
get the
anyway.
party rocking.
Like,
Yeah, that's all.
super
It's not a
recently.
battle anymore. But
Which has
Ross
made it
does
better.
have-
unfair
It's made it
because
more
it's not
enjoyable,
like
quite frankly. DMX and
when,
Snoop was
it's not
completely
like we
put
get to see the
together
best performances
prior.
versus
You
a
cannot
matchup
convince me
when you go like
otherwise.
the playoffs. Like we won't see Ross again.
And that's okay. It's perfect.
So-
That's
And this
why
is
you're
the
not going to
battle
see.
Chainz is not the catalog that I wanted to see Ross.
We wanted Ross and Jeezy. Let's just be honest.
No, I didn't want that.
Who didn't want
Or
that?
Ross
I
and-
didn't want
Ross
that.
I
and
don't
T.I.
really. I don't see
I would've
Jeezy
liked
20
those.
I
doing
didn't want that.
Why not?
competing.
That's the one. That's the.
I saw Beanie Siegel say the same thing in a clip.
Yeah,
I
that's-
have the clip. I was gonna play it, but no need because you said it.
Yeah.
Beanie Siegel was under the impression. Beanie Siegel I have in my top 20 MCs all time probably,
Respectfully.
or
with
20,
you.
20 or 25 somewhere in there.
He's there.
Being singles.
But Beans put out a video and almost sounded like we need Jeezy and Ross, and the idea of Ross versus anybody else, T.I. mainly, whom he named, is blasphemous. Ross got too much heat for that.
No,
And
not
T.I.?
for Ti.
I'm not mad at anybody who feels like that. But
I
how
think
could you feel
I think he'll
like that
win
with
against
T.I.
Ti.
and his
But
catalog?
it'd be
Yeah,
a full
Now I
finish.
get that
matchup.
Beans is a street dude, and street dudes have an affinity for
That's true.
other street dudes.
That's
I
true.
do know that. So Ross
Well, T.I.'s
and
a
all
street
Yeah, I
of-
was gonna say.
I think you're.
I
Talking,
know what you're
I think
saying,
You're talking
yeah.
music wise,
But the content is street. T.I. has a lot of street content as well.
You will lean toward the street dudes will lean toward their preference of street dudes. is what
Absolutely.
I'm
I
saying.
understand what
I'm
you're
not saying T.I. is not a street
Right,
dude.
I know what you mean.
I'm saying Beans probably likes what he hears from Ross and Jeezy a little more than what he hears content-wise from T.I. He probably doesn't relate to that so much.
Ross is he talks slick like the way Beans did. Ross is a slick talker.
Beans was talking about Ross the way you talk about Ross.
Yeah, but you do know that the rappers like the MCs that we love,
Yeah,
they
I can
talk
see
about
that.
Ross the same.
I'm
way. Maybe
thinking,
not publicly,
yeah.
but in like
Yeah.
studios and in settings,
Not
like personal
not the
settings.
same,
a lot
but
of them have
I get
Ross,
what they're saying.
like, up
The
there.
similarity.
because the rappers know, like when they listen to other rappers and dudes, that the way they construct bars, the way they put records together, the things that they say, they're like, okay, like he's
Well, that's why I think we have two different talks, and I tried to have this discussion with Ross himself on the pull-up. I don't think the rappers talk about Ross as a rapper. I think we talk about him as an artist, and his catalog is like damn near bar none.
He makes
Kinda
great
know
music,
that.
bro.
well, that's how Ross approaches music. From
Well,
an
no,
artist way, he doesn't
Yeah, yeah,
try
yeah,
to
yeah.
bar you to death.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
just do freestyles out there like, yo, let me just rap over someone else's beat. Like everything feels like a real record every time. he
Even his
puts something out.
mixtapes, it
I just
sounds
feel like
like
Ross has too much material for this
it
matchup.
sound like album cuts.
I think
all
that's what it is.
And I
think that's
fuck
what it
with
boils
Chainz
down to.
heavy,
Me
and
too.
I
I
know
love
what
Chainz.
Chainz do. And I think, Maul, what you're saying, the way MCs talk about Ross, probably not the same way, but I think the
similar
MCs
way.
I've talked to
Yeah.
say like Chainz is one of those that
2
can
Chainz
rap
is an
for
underrated
real
rapper.
and make good
He is
records.
an
Wait,
underrated.
hold up, Mo, I'm trying to hear what Brent Fayez told Roy.
Brent Fayez. Shout out to Brent. Brent Fayez.
Where you pull Brent out?
Because you said the MCs you be talking to.
He be talking to Brent.
Yeah. Who Rory kicking it with? Come on, man. Give it to
You.
what Jacob said.
You said that. Royce has said that.
No, it's true.
For a
I'm doing
crook
a
say that.
podcast. I'm just telling jokes.
I know, and I'm answering them.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree.
Answering jokes.
I'm answering the joke.
I agree, man. I agree with everything y'all are saying. What you want me to do when Dice Pineapples comes on? What do you want me to do
Nothing.
when Stay Scheming comes on? What do you want me to do when, what's the record that I call Blame Game that's not Blame Game?
Devil in
Devil in-
red dress.
Red dress.
Yeah, come
Evil
on.
dress, some dress.
Some sort of
Come
dress.
on, come on, man. It's just, Chainz got records that I like a lot.
He does. He has a lot of good records.
He got
but
records that I like a lot. And
He's
that
gotta
run
play
he
band.
went on, he
If
was
Dice
about to
Pineapples
go
come on, he gotta
crazy
play
if he just
bands.
had a little bit of support.
I like,
Like,
see,
right-
this is why
like,
I like
hit
the
it.
versus thing, because I think it gives these artists that people may not be familiar with their catalog. Like a lot of people really are not familiar with Chainz catalog the way they maybe should be.
I'm
Album
telling you,
cuts.
man.
Right, and I think
His
this
stream's gonna
puts
go
them
up
like,
this
Probably
oh
not
shit.
as up on Chainz's mixtape career as I should be.
He makes great albums.
I gotta tell
Well,
y'all, he makes great albums.
Well, the true mixtape that kind of did his whole rebrand had a lot of great records, which I hope he does play. I just don't know how well they fare against.
I mean, Ross has great
A
mixtapes.
Ross
too. That's the
album
problem. Is
cut.
like
Yeah.
for every 2 Chainz album, there's 2 Ross albums.
I really
And
wish.
Ross mixtapes that are
That's or
revered
projects in
crazy.
general. Like yeah, Chainz had probably a couple great mixtapes. I only really
Yeah.
remember one, but Ross had 2 or 3 fire mixtapes.
Yeah.
I wish that I were a little more informed on my Southern beef history. Because I gotta tell you, Atlanta cats, y'all have done an amazing job of keeping the beefs in-house. Like, now we know about all the fuck shit up here in New York.
Right.
Like, even the shit that ain't really getting out and we ain't talking about it, we just know about it.
Right.
Like, there's a reason why we can't get a Ross and T.I. versus. There has to be a reason.
I feel like T.I. probably turned it down. Being that he was shooting for Hove and who else did you
well,
say?
50 was the big
50.
one. I mean, I feel like if you're shooting at 50 for a versus, you would put Ross very close to it.
50 and Ross would be.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm kind of
It's
leaning
different,
towards there
but it'd
must
be-
be another
it-
issue there
it would
that
be
he would turn
close.
down Ross and just shoot at 50 nonstop.
Well, we're all gonna watch this,
Of
Absolutely.
course.
Absolutely.
And
And,
we're all
and
gonna
enjoy the
jam.
entire thing.
but I think Chainz would probably have to feel like he's a underdog going in.
Oh,
Absolutely.
no doubt.
But he probably likes
He
it.
do happy
because
to be
he
here.
knows that
he
he's
gotta be
underrated.
like.
He's been underrated.
And he knows he
Yeah.
has great records.
Again,
Hell,
I don't know how the streams,
Chainz is better than
the
a
money
lot
works in
of rappers,
streams,
man.
but
Absolutely.
He's a
If
better
that plays-
rapper
if-
and he's a better
he's
artist
going to
than a
see
lot
a
of these
spike.
rappers.
He makes
I'm
really
really-
great
For
projects.
sure.
See, and
this
then
weekend.
none of that matters because you're not faced against a whole lot of rappers that you're better than.
Right.
Because it's going to be a whole lot of records.
No, but I'm
he's
just
gonna-
saying, I
oh,
think-
he is
And that's
on
why
that.
this is monsters only. Yes,
Yeah.
2 Chainz is a monster.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, he's a monster. This is This is like Monsters Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think Ross is in a different monster tier.
Like, I respect Bow Wow. I respect Bow Wow and everything he's done. I know what he did, Mr. 106. I was a guy trying to get a video played on 106 during Bow Wow's reign. I know what Bow Wow did.
They said, nah, Bow's here.
You wasn't cracking top 5 or 6. You maybe
Yeah.
could fight for 10 and 9. have the label fight for that. But 5 through 1, nah. We're gonna get these Destiny's Child and fucking Bow Wow vids off. And
Word.
you're gonna kick rock somewhere with your new song, new guy.
Maybe you get joint of the week if you're lucky.
Yeah. They tried to make that a big thing in their label. Ooh, Joe, join of the week, nigga. What the fuck does that mean? But anyway, I love Bow Wow. Love what he's done. But this is the Monsters Ball 20.
Yeah.
Not do you have 20, because yes, Bow Wow may have 20.
I think he
But
has a
what
okay
did-
20. I just don't know who they would go against.
In at the Monsters Ball, it's no time for an okay 20.
I agree.
No, I think he has a good
I watched-
20
I
against the
watched-
right opponent. Like, if you put some of his younger kid music that sold out the Garden and was huge records, it has to go against someone that it was in that category.
would that be?
Because him playing his old Bounce With Me joints against a T.I. is
Yeah,
like,
that
all
would
right,
work.
well,
Bow
I
Wow
don't
would
wanna hear
only,
that
he would
shit.
only the only matchup that would probably make sense for Bow Wow is Chris Brown.
I would say
No.
Soulja Boy would have been my first
No.
choice.
I mean, as far as that was
No.
young and had hits,
No.
Chris Brown is beating Bow Wow.
Hell no.
Soulja
Boy.
Boy.
Don't say that again.
It'd be Soulja Boy,
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm talking about that was young
Omarion,
and had hits all the way up to.
Chris
Now.
Brown. Listen,
I
Chris
got
Brown might
Like,
be Usher, bro.
There's nobody else that was young and had hits like that.
Chris Brown could.
Soulja Boy
Chris
didn't have
Brown
as
is
many
probably the only
hits.
person
Yo,
you
of
can throw out
course
there
not.
against
Let's
Drake.
not even entertain
Not named Mary
where
J.
y'all are
Blige.
trying to go right
I'm
now.
just
Soulja Boy
saying
was
that
Bow
was
Wow?
young.
Chris Brown is on his island
I'm
somewhere.
getting
I'm
Yeah.
talking about that was where we can go to when they was a young kid and we watched them grow
That's
up.
no,
There's
bro.
nobody
But
else.
wait,
No,
so wait,
man.
I'm glad y'all said Chris Brown because that's kind of the point with my monster.
Unless you're
Ball.
doing like a
Nah,
year
for all
cutoff
Chris
point
and
with
all
Chris
he's
Brown.
done and his
Hell no.
catalog. But when you put it next to an Usher 20, it's different.
Yeah. That wouldn't be a terrible matchup though.
Well, it's
Not at
Chris,
all.
Chris Brown, so nothing Chris Brown would be terrible. He's
Of
got
course it would be
records
terrible.
that can go with anybody.
That's a
Usher
main
has
event.
20 Let It Burns.
Yeah, no.
Chris
Nice
Brown,
and slows.
man.
Like,
Put it this way:
Usher's-
Usher
he
turned
has
down
Usher
Chris
with
Brown, said he
20
wanted Justin
of
Timberlake.
those.
So
Well, no,
take
because
that
Monsters
like
Ball, you better
his own
fight a
words,
monster
like he
your
said.
size. 'Cause then I
Swiss
said, all right,
ass.
maybe that don't make sense.
So
Let's
y'all
put
take
Usher
that,
with
take
Mary.
that smoke
They laughed
however
at
you
me.
want it. Like
Mary, that's not fair.
Mary's
Mary
tough.
has 70 of those.
yeah,
Mary's good.
like
I said, all right,
seriously, nobody's
listen.
beating Mary
Anybody
J.
out
Blige.
there has more money and a bigger dick.
And
When
I'm
you say
seriously
about
trying to think of
Mary
anybody.
against Usher, you bring in Mariah now. When you like,
Usher versus
I think
Justin makes sense.
Mariah
They were
can't
saying
beat
Usher,
Mary J.
Justin
Blige.
Timberlake,
Usher would
and then
kick
Beyonce's not
I actually
Mary
think
J.
Chris
Blige.
Brown would be a better.
he would kick
Oh.
Justin's ass.
they were saying
Justin's
Chris.
got a lot
Yeah.
of records.
They were saying Chris Brown and Justin Bieber. I think.
I don't want to look. At
Yeah,
Justin
that's
Chris Brown
that's
would
not
mop up
minutes.
Justin
that's not
Bieber.
going to happen
and that's
at all.
I think Chris Brown beats anybody though.
Yo,
Honestly,
I love. That's a fact when it's not a fact.
No, that's a fact.
No, that's a fact.
Something's a
Chris
fact.
Brown against Justin Bieber.
Yeah, put
is a
Bieber up
fact.
Chris
against,
Brown. Chris
Taylor
Brown.
Swift,
Chris
so.
Brown beats anybody though.
Justin
I don't
Bieber
think
doesn't
it's way too many.
for Chris
I think
Brown.
so. It's way too
You
much.
think he
music.
beats Usher?
I think so.
The Usher matchup would be a
I
photo
think Chris
finish.
has had bigger records than Usher.
It will come down
Usher
to
has
the
a lot
wire
of good
on
records,
that.
a lot of great records, but
I think
Chris
that
has had
Usher
hits.
has had much more impactful
Who has?
records. Usher.
I think
had bigger
non-singles are
I'm not
bigger
checking numbers,
culture
so
to Chris Brown's hit records.
You think Usher has bigger records than Chris Brown?
What Chris Brown has for Yeah, or You Got It Bad.
actually, yeah,
or
I think he does.
He
No.
does.
No.
I just
Like
don't
Chris Brown's
think.
big
I think that'd be
like,
like a
That T-Pain
11-9
record
situation.
for him early in his career was one of his big records, and that's a 0. You're losing if that comes on.
I don't know. I need to look at. I need to look at Chris
Some
Brown
of his
20
big
song
records.
list. I got Usher's in my
Look at
head.
his stat.
He had to lean on the
Oh, no,
Usher
it's-
early
it's-
You
years.
can't even read all that shit, man. What is that?
Hey, let me tell you, Kiss.
But Chris
is
Brown,
not
these
nothing
last couple
Usher
years,
did.
man.
No
Chris
air
Brown,
is
these
not
last
beating
couple years,
anything
I
Usher
think I said
did.
this on here before on this channel.
Excuse me.
He's
Poppin' is not
activated
beating
God
anything
mode
in
like
Usher's
these last
catalog.
couple years. Like him and
I
Drake,
mean, it depends on what's
had-
playing, Joe. You can't just say that.
2019,
I can say that
2019,
off
2018.
8701 and
That
Confessions
was like
alone.
Take
Prince,
You Down,
Michael
Mike.
Jackson,
Take It
1984
Down's
type
different.
stuff,
You get
man.
a point.
Take You Down.
Like they was both just
See, I
they
think
was
to
just
Maul's
on
point, Chris
fire,
was just
man.
so
They
big
was
that
just
he had
clicking.
to make a bunch of
and
this
then they
other
did
shit
the No
that
Guidance
some of the
song
grown
together,
people just
which
didn't give a
might have
fuck
been
about,
song of the
though it
year.
worked. Usher came out the gate.
So,
with just
one of the best
grown
songs
shit.
of the decade.
So a lot of us feel connected to a lot of that old shit.
Nah, he got too. Usher got
Oh,
too
come
much
on,
shit.
this is too much.
No, Usher got shit. No, listen, don't
is
get it
too much.
twisted. Usher got shit too, but
Fam,
I just think that Chris
My
Brown.
way, you remind me. You don't have
you
to
have to
call.
call. You got it bad.
Can you help me? Yeah.
Can you
Yeah,
help me? is not
nothing's
winning
gonna beat
anything.
yeah.
I love that song.
Nothing's
I love
beat
it too,
yeah.
but he's
Take
not
it.
playing that in a 20.
Confessions, My Boo, Caught Up. I don't want to hear Same Girl. You losing with Same Girl. This is not Usher.
Well, he's
Fast
not gonna
20.
play that.
Moving Mountains. Here we go. Here I stand. Uh-oh. Trading Places. Uh-oh. It gets bad.
He's
The
got
later
I Need to Go
years
Part
gonna
One.
be a
Three
struggle
records
for
is getting
Usher.
bad.
Again, Chris Brown's bag is so long. Like it may not even be it's just gonna be the songs that you heard on the radio over and over and over again. That or some of the songs that are in commercials. But anyway, 2 Chainz, Rick Ross. Should be fun tonight. I hope Ross bigs up 2 Chainz like Snoop did for DMX. Because he deserves it, man. 2 Chainz, he's made fun music for a while now. So, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If it's your first time watching, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys all smash that like button. Stay safe. We will do a follow-up to the performance. We'll do a follow-up video, see how it went. And hope you guys stay safe. Get you later on. Peace out.